And today we're taking a look at this. What is this? It's the TIMEX personal computer. Welcome back, Nobody Nation. As always, if you want to be a member of the nation, all you gotta do is hit that sub button. And today we are taking a look at this. This is a TIMEX personal computer. It is still in the box, my goodness. Right now I am borrowing this computer from the Rhode Island Computer Museum for one simple reason. As some of you may know, myself and Sam from Woodgrain Gameroom, we do an informational series or video exhibit series over on their channel, talking about these different 80s computers, a little bit about them, some basic info. And this computer I know nothing about, but we want to do an upcoming video on it. So I figure best way to learn is hands-on. I'm going to open the box up, take a look and see what's inside or what was included. Hopefully it's all here. And then maybe we'll even plug it in, turn it on, and see if it works. So let's get it over to the bench. And here we are on the bench. So again, this is a TIMEX personal computer. It's labeled as a TIMEX Sinclair 1000. My knowledge of this computer is a little limited. I'm aware it's based off of the English computer, the Sinclair ZX81, or as they call it in England, the ZX81, which I think sounds way better, or I'm just used to hearing it that way. But this is pretty much the American version of it. So that's about my knowledge of this machine. I haven't looked too much into it. I know it was like a really cheap machine over in England, and I guess this is just our American counterpart of it. I don't think it did really well here because I don't really know much about it compared to like a Commodore or something similar. So on the side we'll start. So it says right here, includes a power adapter, leads to connect to a TV and a cassette recorder, and includes instructions for a computing course. So I guess everything is stored by tape. It has a book and it connects to your TV. I guess for the 80s, that's pretty much the deal. Nothing on the sides. On the back, oh, there's a little more on the back. All right, so on the back, if you want to pause and read a couple quick things. Let's see, first personal computer featuring our new microchip design. Master chip replaces 18 chips, that's cool. Let's see, optional 16K RAM pack. Okay, so the RAM pack is 16, so wow, this thing has 2K of memory. Wow, this is like kind of not as powerful as a VIC-20. It's pretty basic, and let's see, uses basic, easiest to understand, the power is within your reach. I don't know how much power. Doesn't seem like a very powerful computer. But regardless, so like I said earlier in the intro of the video, the point of this video is for me to kind of learn a little bit about this hands-on, as we want to do a video about this machine for the Rhode Island Computer Museum. This machine is from the museum, it is from the warehouse. Actually, I should say it's from the lab. Let's get this guy out of the box. Well, that's some nice styrofoam right there. TIMEX Sinclair 1000. And here's all the stuff. So I gotta imagine, now this is, of course, this was donated to the museum at one point. I gotta imagine this computer itself here, what it came in a bag or something, but who knows. It's in really good shape. It's got channel 2 and 3 for the RF switch right there. And the keyboard, and it's definitely just a membrane keyboard. I can't imagine really doing a whole lot of typing or data entry on this. And these keys, wow, these are some very busy keys. Look, I mean, each key has like multiple functions. You have your arrows up here occupied with like graphical keys and numbers. Shift, enter, space. There's a lot of stuff going on here. It's got the UK, money symbol, pound. So yeah, wow, that's the computer. Taking a look at this, we have on the back, I guess that's where their printer or that RAM cartridge goes right there. Nothing here. And on the side we have, let's see, TV. So this is only RF. Wow, okay, so this is definitely cheap. TV connection, earplugs, earphones, microphone connection, and 9-volt DC. So I'm guessing the air and mic are for also the cassette adapter. So that's that. What else we got in the box? We'll put this right here for a minute. So this is, oh, this is the cassette adapter, because you can see the double lead, so it goes into a cassette recorder. I don't have any programs to load, but for example, I guess if I'm using a typical, this is again my Radio Shack recorder. We have an earphone and mic. I guess we could, in theory, something like this, plug the leads into here, then plug the other two into the computer, and there's our back and forth of data. Looks like a warranty card or a warranty slip. Almost thought it was a receipt at first. That would have been really neat. Oh, this actually, wait. 1016 RAM pack instructions for use. So, this is the instructions for the RAM pack? Well, the RAM pack's in here. Maybe it is. Let's get this book out. I don't see a RAM pack, but anyways, here's the user manual. We'll go to this in just a minute. It's a warranty card, I'm guessing, for the computer itself. Congrats on the purchase of your TIMEX Sinclair computer. Congrats to me indeed. Not really. There's our RF cord. There's our oh so familiar 80s RF adapter. This looks like it's brand new. Wow, look at this. Look at the yellow tape on here. So this was either resealed or never used. It looks like the sticky is still on the metal in there. Was this machine ever used? I'm really surprised. I mean, look at this. I mean, I know you can tie up a cord real tight, but that looks factory. You know, is this like a new old stock TIMEX Sinclair? Anyways, DVE power supply. Outputs 9 volts. 9.75 volts. Alright, getting back to the manual. There it is. So I'm guessing, you know, it's nice spiral bound. You can, you know, kind of flip it around, sit on your desk as you're, I don't know, looking up commands and stuff like that. There's a lot of info. This is, you know, one thing with these 80s computers, I mean, they explained everything about these things. I mean, here's all your programming in BASIC. Let's take a quick look at the contents here. The TOC, the table of contents. Here we go. So right here, so it's how to set up your TS1000. Look at that little abbreviation, how cute. Telling the computer what to do. Print and, oh, they had a little synopsis of the functions too. Print, enter, delete, new, go to, run, let, stop, fast, slow, go sub. I'm assuming sub is a subroutine maybe? Substring, as it says, substrings. And then look at for experts only. Using machine code, organization storage, and system variables. And also the appendix, the index, and report codes, whatever those happen to be. Now I know, of course, this entire thing is dedicated to, you know, instructions and setup and whatnot. But as far as the setup goes, here we go. Ah, that's what I was looking for. So, simple instructions. So we have here, we go. TV switch goes to the switch box, which goes to your TV. Power lead is telling you to plug your TV in. That is helpful. I would assume that you already have your TV plugged in, but regardless, it's there. Power unit, 9 volt AC to the computer. Shows the air microphone empty. And again, the TV switch to a VHF antenna. I wonder if there's any composite mods for these. Let me know below. Is there a composite mod for this kind of computer? I'd be very curious to know. I assume there have to be. I like this line right here. Consult an experienced radio TV repairman. Your set may need adjusting. I'm guessing if you can't get a good picture on here. So that's this. So speaking of a good picture, let's give it a shot. Let's hook this guy up to a TV I have, and let's see if it works. All right, we are ready to test this TIMEX Sinclair 1000. I figure I'd use this flat panel TV just to do the testing. Now, for anybody wondering, this TV, despite being flat panel, is not HD. It is actually a standard def TV, just flat. Now, someone asked about this in a previous video if they made adapters like this, and yes, they do. This is a coax to headphone size jack. I think it's 3.5 millimeter. Because this TV here does take a small RF connection. Just like that. Now, to connect this all together, I am using this elbow adapter. I just tend to use this with this TV. It just lets me run the cord down the side here. And when this is standing upright, it takes a little bit of stress off the connector. Being a small connector, I figured that is easier. Oh, and this guy here. So this is the RCA size to coax. And what this does, if anybody unfamiliar with it, this lets us not have to use the switch box. Because normally you would have to have the switch box in place, the adapter to adapt this, the 2-prong antenna setting to the 1-prong, and then connect, the computer or game system to this. We're avoiding that by just using this straight up. Less interference. Anything that uses RF only, such as an unmodified Atari, Coleco, and television, stuff like that, just works better that way. So there's our little chain of adapters. That should work fine. Put that down for just a minute. This is the RF cord that was in the box with the TIMEX Sinclair. We'll just open that up, and as you can see, that adapts very nicely. Connect that to the side right here. And this, I almost feel bad for this. So again, this cord, I don't think it was ever used. Like so. And I noticed that on the Sinclair, there's no on and off switch. It's just, I guess, always on once power's connected to it. So we'll hook up our TV adapter just like that. Put that down for a minute, leave our power cord there, turn on the TV. Okay, it's in TV mode. It's on channel 3. So let's see what we get. Yep, there we go. We get a cursor. So I think that's it. I think that's all you really get with this computer. So can we type something? Typing in. Oh, it says new. I must have hit another button. Okay, new AAA. Wow, this keyboard is really bad. Okay, I'm sorry, delete is what a shift, so we have to do shift delete. Wow, imagine typing with that, having to do shift delete every time. If not, you just get a 0 out of it. I don't even know how to do basic on this. I figured you do your typical, 10 print a line, 20 go to 10. But I can't figure out how to get something started on this. My goodness, that's it. People who are familiar with the ZX80 or this TIMEX Sinclair are probably completely laughing at me right now because I just have no idea what I'm doing. Well, it does work. As far as I can tell, it works. We get a cursor. Buttons pop up when I press things. I wish I could type something on the screen to show you what it does, but that's it. That's all I get because I don't really know what I'm fully doing, but at least it works. So this TIMEX Sinclair 1000, which again is the US version of the ZX81. If I said 80 before, I do apologize. 81. And there we have it. So again, TIMEX Sinclair 1000. What a simple computer. This is something I'll probably touch on in the museum's video, but I just want to touch on it here because it's just fresh in my mind. Even though this computer, it's a computer, the overall cheapness of this, between the keys, the lack of a power switch, just bare bones. I mean, I know they were going for a price point when they developed these computers, but I feel like they might have cut away a little too much because the keyboard alone, it really deters from the whole user experience. I could not even imagine trying to do anything but play games on this. And maybe that's what they kind of meant it for. But even if you're trying to use these buttons as controls, I don't think it's really happening, at least not comfortably. But I guess hitting the kind of price point that they wanted to hit, that's what it was all about. And as always, guys, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel and you want to join the Nobody Nation, all you have to do is hit that sub button. As always, guys, I do appreciate the watch, and I'll see you next time.